Welcome back, warriors. Today is not just another day. It's the day you decide to take control and transform your life. If you're here, you're already taking the first step. But let me be clear, this is not just another motivational speech to make you feel good for a few minutes. This is a wake-up call. It's a reminder that nothing in life will change unless you take action. Your dreams, your goals, your success, none of them will materialize just because you think about them. You have to decide to act. You have to decide that today is the day you make a change. And the key to making that change? Self-discipline. Now, you may not be the smartest person in the room. You may not be the fastest or the most talented. But if you have discipline, you are unstoppable. Why? Because self-discipline means you have control over yourself, your actions, and your future. It doesn't matter how many times you've failed or how tough things get. Discipline is the thing that keeps you going when everyone else gives up. Discipline is the force that pushes you through obstacles, no matter how tired or scared you feel. Discipline isn't about being perfect. It's not about never messing up or always doing things right. In fact, discipline is the ability to keep going, even when you feel like quitting. It's about setting goals and sticking to them, no matter the weather, no matter how hard things seem, or how many excuses you might make. It's about taking small actions that lead to big results. Those small, consistent steps are what create the future you want. So when you commit to waking up early every day, or pushing yourself to exercise even when you don't feel like it, that's where the magic happens. That's where success begins. Think about the athletes you admire. Maybe it's Cristiano Ronaldo, who was once asked, "Do you ever feel like skipping training?" And he answered, "Yes, but I fight against that feeling." That's the difference between a champion and a dreamer. It's easy to dream. It's hard to make those dreams a reality. But discipline is the secret. The ability to show up day after day, regardless of how you feel, is the difference between success and failure. So, if you're tired of waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect feeling, let me tell you, the moment is now. The time to be disciplined is right in front of you. You don't need to wait until everything is aligned. You just need to start. Discipline is about doing what's necessary, even when it's hard. It's about following through on your promises, not just to others, but to yourself. Because, let me tell you, when you start keeping promises to yourself, that's when everything changes. That's when your future begins to take shape. Today, we're going to dive deeper into 20 life-changing lessons on self-discipline. Not only will these lessons help you build the mental strength you need to achieve your goals, but they will also help you sharpen your English skills. By the end of this journey, you will not only be more disciplined, but you'll also be more confident, focused, and ready to tackle any challenge that comes your way. Now that we've established how important self-discipline is for shaping your future, let's dive into another powerful concept. Focus on the present moment. The truth is, most of us waste a lot of time either dwelling on the past or worrying about the future. We think about what went wrong, how we failed, who hurt us, or we get lost in what might happen, good or bad. But real self-discipline isn't about dwelling on either of those. It's about focusing on what you can do right now, this very second. Let's be honest. It's easy to get stuck in our heads. We replay the past, telling ourselves, "I should have done this differently," or, "If only I had made a different choice, things would be better now." But the truth is, that past is gone. You can't change it. You can learn from it, sure, but you can't change it. So, why waste any more time there? The same goes for worrying about the future. What if I fail again? What if people laugh at me? What if I don't make it? That's a trap. Worrying about what might happen just keeps you stuck and paralyzed in fear. What you can control is the present, right now. You can choose to take one small step toward your goal, no matter how insignificant it may seem. This moment is the only one you can influence. You see, discipline doesn't live in the past or the future. Discipline lives in the here and now. Take a moment and think about a goal you've been putting off. Maybe it's exercising, learning a new skill, or working on a project. Maybe you've been thinking about it for weeks, months, or even years. But the question is, what have you done right now to move closer to that goal? Have you taken one small action today? It doesn't need to be perfect or massive. It just needs to be something. And that's the beauty of discipline. It's about focusing on small, manageable actions that build up over time. Let's take a student who failed a math test last year. His mind might tell him, "I'm terrible at this. I'll never learn." But that's exactly where he's wrong. If he chooses to study just one chapter today, or asks his teacher one question, that's an action. That's moving forward. And it might seem small at first, but these small actions compound into big results. When you stop focusing on the past and future, and just focus on what you can do right now, you shift your mindset. You stop being a victim of your circumstances, and you start becoming the creator of your own future. Every small action you take builds the foundation for something bigger. That's how discipline works. Remember, real discipline isn't about doing everything all at once. It's about doing something, anything right now. One step at a time, one small action after another, and over time, you'll look back and realize that all those small actions created something great. So, stop making excuses. Stop waiting for the right moment. Stop worrying about past failures or future fears. Take one small action right now and see how that changes everything. Now that we've talked about the importance of focusing on the present and taking small actions, let's face one of the toughest truths about self-discipline. Both paths lead to pain. But there's a big difference in the type of pain you experience, and one of them is much more worth it than the other. The first kind of pain is the pain of discipline. This is the discomfort you feel when you wake up early, when you push through a tough workout, when you say no to distractions, or when you choose the difficult but right path. This pain is real. It feels hard, but it's the pain of growth. It's the pain that makes you stronger, healthier, and more focused. It's the pain of building a better future. The second kind of pain, though, is the pain of regret. This is the kind of pain that you feel later on in life, when you look back and realize that you wasted time, that you didn't go after your dreams, that you didn't work hard enough when you had the chance. Regret is far more painful than the temporary discomfort of discipline, because regret means missed opportunities. Regret means what could have been, but never was. Let me give you an example. You stay up late watching TV or scrolling on your phone. It's fun in the moment, but then you wake up late, feeling tired, guilty, and unmotivated. You missed out on an opportunity to work toward your goals. And what do you say? "I wish I had gone to bed earlier." That's regret. It's painful, isn't it? But imagine the opposite. You make the choice to turn off your phone, go to bed early, and wake up feeling refreshed. You get your workout in, you accomplish a task, and you feel proud of yourself. That's the pain of discipline, and it feels much better than regret. This is the crucial decision we all face in life. Do we want the pain of discipline or the pain of regret? You can either feel the discomfort of doing what's necessary now, or you can feel the pain of wishing you had done it later. Every time you choose to skip a workout, procrastinate, or avoid doing the hard work, you're choosing regret. And the more you choose regret, the more you build a life full of missed chances and unfulfilled potential. But every time you choose discipline, you're choosing a life of growth, achievement, and pride. You may feel tired now, but you will never look back and wish you hadn't done the work. The pain of discipline fades quickly, but the satisfaction of accomplishment lasts. The pain of regret, however, sticks with you forever. So, think about this. Every time you're faced with a decision, whether it's going for that run, sticking to your study schedule, or even turning down a distraction, ask yourself, which pain will I regret more? The pain of pushing through now, or the pain of regret later? The choice is yours. But remember, the best kind of pain is the one that leads you to a better, stronger version of yourself. As we continue on this journey to mastering self-discipline, it's important to understand that discipline isn't just about what you do, it's about what you stop doing. One of the most powerful tools for success is building strong habits and following routines that protect your time, energy, and focus. Habits are the small actions you do every day, whether you feel motivated or not. And routines are the structures that hold those habits in place. Without them, it's easy to let distractions take over, to lose focus, and to waste time. But with the right habits and routines, you can build a foundation that leads to consistent progress. Think about it. Every successful person you admire has built their life around routines. They don't wait for motivation to strike. They have a plan, and they stick to it. They wake up early, follow a set schedule, and prioritize the important things. They protect their time and energy, like they're precious commodities because they are. One of the first things you need to protect is your morning routine. The way you start your day sets the tone for everything that follows. If you wake up and immediately check your phone, scroll through social media, or start reacting to the world around you, you're letting everything else control your day. Instead, start your morning with purpose. Wake up, do something that centers you, whether it's reading, meditating, or working out, and remind yourself of your goals. That first hour is when your mind is the most receptive, and what you do with it can shape the rest of your day. But it's not just about your mornings. Your routines throughout the day are just as important. Having clear systems in place for everything you do, from how you work, how you exercise, to how you relax, is crucial. The more structure you have, the less room there is for distractions to creep in. And let's face it, distractions are everywhere. Whether it's your phone buzzing, a new notification, or someone calling you to hang out, there's always something pulling at your attention. This is where protecting your energy comes in. Every time you give in to distractions, you drain your mental and emotional energy. And energy is your most valuable resource. You cannot afford to waste it on things that don't align with your goals. So, practice saying no. Saying no to distractions. Saying no to people who don't respect your time. Saying no to anything that doesn't help you get closer to your dream. Protect your space. Protect your peace. Disciplined people don't just do more. They do less of the things that don't matter, and they do more of the things that do. They focus on what's important and let go of what's not. And when they do this, they have more energy, more clarity, and more focus to pour into their dreams. But remember, it's not just about work. Your energy also needs to be recharged. If you're constantly grinding without rest, you'll burn out. Build rest and recovery into your routine. Take time to relax, to reflect, and to recharge your batteries. A well-rested mind is more productive, more creative, and more disciplined than a tired one. So, start today by building routines that protect your time and energy. Set rules for yourself, guard your mornings, and learn to say no to anything that doesn't align with your vision. With these habits in place, you'll be amazed at how much more focused and disciplined you can become. We've covered a lot about self-discipline and the steps it takes to build a strong foundation for success. But there's one last piece to the puzzle that ties everything together: self-belief. Without self-belief, all the routines, all the actions, and all the discipline in the world won't matter. You need to believe in your ability to become the person you dream of. Self-discipline begins with having faith in yourself, in your abilities, in your potential, and in your power to shape your own destiny. Without this belief, discipline becomes a chore. But when you truly believe in yourself, when you have the confidence to pursue your dreams no matter the obstacles, your actions become effortless. You're not forcing yourself to do things. You're inspired by the person you know you can become. Think about your future self. The person you want to be. What does that person look like? What does that person feel like? What kind of life are they living? Imagine your future self waking up every day with purpose, confidence, and the strength to keep pushing forward. The only thing standing between you and that future version of yourself is you, or more specifically, your beliefs about yourself. The truth is, most people don't believe they can achieve their goals. They let self-doubt, fear, and negative self-talk hold them back. They think, I'm not good enough. I'm not talented enough. I don't deserve this. But let me tell you, those thoughts are lies. You are more than capable of becoming the person you want to be. You just have to believe it first. The way you talk to yourself matters. If you constantly tell yourself that you're not good enough, that you'll never succeed, that you're not worthy of success, you'll start to believe it. But if you start telling yourself, I am capable, I am worthy, I will succeed, you'll begin to create a new reality. Confidence and self-belief are not something you're born with. They are something you create through your thoughts and actions. When you believe in your future self, discipline becomes easier. When you see your goals as something you can and will achieve, your actions align with that vision. You start waking up earlier. You start making better choices. You start taking risks and pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone. Why? Because you know you're capable of doing it. You trust in yourself. But believing in yourself is not always easy. It requires you to overcome fear, self-doubt, and insecurity. It requires you to shut out the voices in your head that tell you you're not good enough. And it requires you to take consistent action, even when you're unsure of the outcome. When you act with confidence, even in the face of uncertainty, you build the momentum you need to succeed. So, how do you start building this confidence? It begins with small victories. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, every time you push through a challenge, you build a little more confidence. You prove to yourself that you are capable. Over time, these small wins will accumulate and become a powerful belief in your ability to create the life you want. Remember, your future self is already cheering for you. They're waiting for you to believe in yourself and take action. And when you start to believe in your potential, when you step into the version of yourself that you know you can be, that's when everything begins to change. Believe in yourself, trust in your journey, and take that first step toward becoming the person you were always meant to be. If you found today's lesson helpful, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with your friends and family. Let them join you on this journey of growth and self-discipline. And remember, to continue learning and stay motivated, subscribe to the English Avenue 2-Day channel for more amazing content. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Let's grow together, one step at a time. Keep pushing, and keep believing in yourself.